Hello, welcome back. Gonna continue where I left off, and let's see what we were on. I guess we're going here, Ice Palace. Let's do it.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
Okay. Oh, we have a new person. Let's bring... Yeah, let's bring them.
Don't know how you managed to get Zora and Sanjar in the same room.
We gotta get the power up and running. I'm shivering in my boots here.
Shivering in your boots, okay. I guess it... That's weird. I thought my graphics were glitching out, but I guess that's just the effect. What's this? Shipping label. One case of UDL concussive mines to HRS whatever, signed by Chief of Security Ida Kimball. Warning, contents may have shifted in transit. Warning, warranty is void on any and all detonated mines regardless of cause. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying mines is a fireable offense. Mines are not company authorized decoration, pet, or sporting equipment. Mines are not suitable for ingestion. Mines are not eligible for any recycling promotion. Do not purposely stand, sit, or recline on mines. Mines are not your friend. UDL claims no liability for any actions taken or not taken by mines. UDL recognizes that you could have chosen any remote explosive provider. Your commitment guarantees product quality and safety for many shipments to come. Thank you and have a pleasant detonation. Quality and safety not guaranteed. Okay. Okay. Steal some of that ammo. It's really quiet.
It's a lot of mechanicals. If we power up the station, you think they're gonna power up too?
It's a good question. I hope they don't. Because then we're gonna have to kill them. Unable to access memory cartridge. Terminal power below 5%. Restore power to station. Okay, I guess we gotta do that first. Well, back up. Well, makes sense they would have mines over here. Ow, that hurt me. This looks interesting. Looks like a human or something. Can't go in there yet. What? Everything's sealed. Is there another way in? That's sealed. Oh, here we go. These mines just not gonna blow up. Maybe they're faulty. Nope. Sorry guys. Maybe I should just blow up identity cartridge. What does that mean? I don't want to carry all those extra foods. It just takes up space in my inventory. Necklace, I could sell that. Ammo, I could shoot that. Bits, I could spend that. Ooh, 41. Okay. What do I got? 67. What do you got? 27. There you go. Now what do you got? Yeah, that's good enough. Too much stuff. Hey, what's this? Looks like a trash cube. Hello? Can't go in there. Maintenance is active minimal functions available, modified generator. Disabling emergency lighting, facility lights, activating security, activating air recyclers, flushing toilets, air flushing toilets. See maintenance logs for details. Okay. Enter to continue. Maintenance logs. View status. Critical issues. A toilet in the maintenance barracks does not flush. Replacement part ordered many days ago. Over 1,000. Sensors indicate ultraviolet gas is leaking from storage tanks. Gas is toxic to humans. Priorities set non-critical. Management does not utilize tank storage room. Sensors detect that new laboratory strength air freshener is running low. Repair toilet. Worker already exists. They opened 900 days ago. Was last accessed same amount of time.
Oh, I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation.
What's going on?
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, who are you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on the station already.
Persuade. My team has already handled the issue, soldier. Your squad can depart. The smuggler's been handled. Your team isn't clear to dock at the station. Everything's perfectly alright. We're fine. How are you? Let's go with persuade.
Roger that. Just as a precaution, I'm sure you won't mind if we turn on the station security systems. Can't be too careful. We'd hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws.
I already activated the automechs. Your readout must be on a delay. Do I look like I'm some old rust bucket as a backup? Let's intimidate.
Whoa, okay, calm down. I didn't mean anything by it. Jeez. You try and help some people?
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
You got a real fine way with words.
It's a good thing we picked up that packet, I guess. The UDL identity. It's still sealed. Hello, mechanical garden. I feel like this might be a bad idea. What was that robot? There was a station where I could disable them or something.
Watch your step.
Ah. Ow. Shock weakness. Shock to you become sensitive shock. Shock damage received 25. Sure, I don't seem to be getting shocked quite that often, so why not? Let's get a perk point. Alright, what did we want? 20% damage. Speed. Melee damage returned as health, that could be useful. Range attack reduces armor. That could be very useful. Yeah, let's go with this armor reduction thing. Some of that. Security routines, let's check that out. Floor 3000 has Electro floors online. Disengage, yeah, do that. Personnel files. Mama Bear. Kimball came by asking if any of the dogs had been around. I told her what I know, it's been quiet, just ask Alpha. She walked off with the spring in her stuff. Okay, weird. Then she requisitioned a UDL Electro Floor 3000 for my checkpoint. And a crate of concussion mines. Guess she didn't believe me. Is she preparing for war? She's acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems especially uncomfortable around the docks. That's weird.
Don't know how you managed to get Zora and Sanjar in the same room.
Yeah, me neither.
They're still alive.
How are they? Examine. Charles McNulty alive. Unstable condition. Stasis setting active. Subject should not be revived until a method for stabilizing his condition is found. Ingratitude. Claire, James, Lorla, Ava. Okay. Stabilizing him. How do we stabilize him? Alive. Subject will need extensive nuclear resequencing for any chance of viable extraction. I'm so sorry it ended up like this, James. We will come back for you and fix all this, I swear it. Please forgive us, Eva and Lorelei. Subject's condition is dire. Make sure resuscitation devices are on hand upon revival. Please hold on, Claire. We almost had it this time. I swear we'll bring you back. Oh, they're up there. Okay, so I guess we're not reviving them. was that security thing? I want to make sure the bots are not turned on. Here we go. Nope, this is maintenance logs. Whoops. Loose lips, pink slips. Encode keycard. No blank card found in the clothing slot. Make sure our UDL keycard is accepted. Okay. Messages. Transport vessel has been dispatched to HRS 1000. I have taken the liberty of upgrading the sensitive materials containment rating of this asset, which means you are not permitted to leave the company. Branded consumables. Leave with the company. But all personnel effects must be left behind. Do not interfere with the tanks. A cleanup crew will dispose of all exhausted assets in time. Anyone who requires ethical correction therapy can speak to a Spacer Care approved alienist. Okay. Note. James is gone and he never said goodbye. I keep telling myself he wanted me to remember him as he was outside of the tank, or maybe he was just bad at goodbyes. When I saw what was left of him, I wanted to airlock everyone who let it happen. You could have said something, James. We're never short on time. Nothing's keeping me here now. The bits aren't worth it. I've requested a transfer. I get the impression I'm not the only one. Kimball thinks there'll be trouble once the docks run out of warm bodies. If James was around, I know he'd set her straight. Now that he's gone, maybe I could use some convincing too. She showed up next to my bunk last night, said that if anything happened to her, her password was a daughter's name. Hope it never comes to that. Keep a lookout for her daughter's name, I guess. I could pick this. Yeah, grenade launcher. Don't need it. Take that, take that. Light pistol, don't need it. Take that. Oh, blank key card. Beautiful. Okay, what did I... Gained electrical control room keycard. Okay, was that the one I picked earlier? Hunting rifle. That's where I went up. That's where I came in. Okay, so I came in here. What's this? I can't open this door. Oh, here we go. Security routines. What? Messages. You're concerned. Of course, morale is low. You gave those PhDs tanks of nuclear and scrambling gas and no warm bodies to test it on. What did you think would happen? They can test on each other all they want, but no one lays a hand on my squad. I'm installing safeguards in case anyone challenges that decree. Kimball. To Kimball. You asked that I reach out. I'm doing so. If something amiss with the team, how's their morale, their commitment to the project? From Kimball to Kimball. Once upon a time, there was a princess who trained to be a soldier, while the other princesses got jobs at canneries and counting houses. The soldier squinted down her sights at the firing range and made sure she hit the target every time. Then one day a not very nice man offered her a job at an ivory tower far, far away from the kingdom. The princess could provide for her ailing father, her lovely child, and her goofball husband. But she would have to stay locked in the tower until all the doctors could find a way out. Once she thought better of her choices, the princess applied for early dismissal, but no one listened. The end. I love you, Angelica. Maybe you can write me a better ending. Give your father a hug and tell him I'm sorry for missing another birthday. Angelica. Okay. We got the name. Now, what's it useful for? I have no idea. Maybe it's further down. Alright, let's go. La 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 la. Is this the unflushable toilet? What? Why do we have a room for no reason? Okay. Let's continue up this way, I guess. That's the door we opened. Security routines. Modify systems access. Location Byzantium, username HHC. Insert override cartridge. Okay, I gave them remote access. Continue. Displaying automated confirmation. If you're reading this, you're standing in the legal property of Sublight Salvage and Shipping. Good work, contractor. Report back to Sublight HQ to collect your cut. Lilia Hagen, Executive Director of Aggressive Acquisitions. Okay, project summary. Biological hybridization and assimilation strategies. Active team members, short round and fall. Inactive team members, Guthrie, McNulty, Pearsall, Ryle. Goal, further the chimeric sciences via the targeted modification of human nuclein using strands obtained from halcyon native fauna. Classification C-Rapt, aka Raptodon. Interesting. Messages. From redacted to lab. It has come to my attention that a culture of distrust has soured relations between HRS research staff and security personnel. Many of you have submitted requests for early dismissal. To the research staff, the importance of your work supersedes any interpersonal conflict. To our security personnel, there will be no early dismissal. You will also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. We can enjoy a discussion of morale and its impact on success metrics once the question of humanity's place in the Halcyon colony is answered. In the meantime, get back to work. Okay, check the logs. 3 priority log entries found. Charlie. We almost lost Charlie. It was a runaway sequencing shift. Once it started, it kept going, spreading beyond the isolated tissue to a full-blown systemic infiltration. He said it was like every organ was itchy. I told him we'd ice him, freeze him until we could work out how to reverse what had gone wrong. Every time Laura walked by me, she rubbed my shoulders and asked me to take a different reading. They didn't need to be taken. It was just to keep my mind occupied. She's been checking on me every hour since. Claire. We had to put Claire on ice today. She and the others drew straws. Claire lost. The change was slower this time. At first, the resequence stayed within normal parameters, but then it spread again, just like with Charlie. Tomorrow, I'm reaching out to my handler directly for... I need some answers. I wonder how Guthrie's doing. I hear symphony music from under his door. James. The log has been entered by Dr. Fall. I had to prescribe Dr. Chartrand enough sedatives to knock out a primal. Yesterday morning, Dr. Guthrie and I drew straws to decide which of us would be the next test subject. He pulled a short one, no new developments. After all of our sacrifices, it still feels like we're miles away from a breakthrough. Sorry about that. Eva hasn't forgiven herself for the losses. Maybe sometime away from HRS will clear her mind. The board confirmed receipt of my report and transmitted our recall notice. We're just waiting transport. Wish we could take some time away from the project to clear our heads, but we're not even close to that point. Access outbound comm transcript. Okay. Transmission begins. Chartrand. Is anyone listening to on this frequency? Redacted. Who is this? Chartrand. I'm the project lead on 1084. I wanted Station 1084. You have orders to maintain wireless silence until a mission end state is achieved. Chartrand. Executive override password antediluvian. Redacted audible sigh. What can I do for you, Doctor? The board told me they would deliver my queries about our transcription problem on the Cornelius Vanderbilt. Where are we with that? I'm afraid I can't provide an updated status at this time, Doctor. The assault cruiser should have arrived on Earth by now. My query was addressed to the Chimerical Research Department at George de Havasi Institute in Budapest. Redacted. One of my associates will reach out when we have updated. Chartrand. When aren't you in contact with the assault cruiser? What happened out there? Redacted. Station 1084. Misuse of this channel is a fireable offense, as is abusing your executive override, save in cases of emergency. Chartrand. Damn it, this is an emergency. Transmission ends. Executive override for user Chartrand discontinued. Duration indefinite. 1,200 days since last login.
It's done. Now let's go get our money before Sublight sees what a creepy dump this place is. Wait, Chartrand? We've seen that name before, back in Cascadia.
Have we?
Can we talk?
Sure.
So, we're just gonna march straight into Byzantium and acquire some rare chemicals right under the board's nose? I sure hope you negotiated for a raise with this Phineas guy.
Why do you say that?
Ever notice how this job gets bigger and more dangerous every time he calls in? He's asking a lot, Captain. Makes me wonder what your angle is.
Phineas is trying to do good for the colony and I want to help. I don't know, I've just been going along with him for now. He's paying, that's enough. Phineas rescued me from the hope. That's the least I can do is help him see this through. Yeah.
That's one way of looking at it. Another is that he pulled you out of hibernation without your say-so and got you to do his dirty work. Besides, none of this is your mess, so why go dirtying your hands with it?
I got nothing better to do. If Halcyon goes down, we all do. I'll do what I can to fix it because it's the right thing. I hadn't thought about it that way. Maybe you're right. I've got no connections here, but if I play my cards right, I can come out on top. If Halcyon goes down, we all
I
do.
hadn't looked at it that way. Still, Phineas isn't your only option. The board's put a bounty on his head, and they've got more than enough bits to pay it. I've got no love for the corporations, but they know how to take care of their people. The ones at the top, anyway.
I'm not gonna become some corporate lackey. Might as well aim high, board scrub. Not a corporate lackey.
Don't think of it as being a lackey. Think of it as doing a job and getting paid really, really well. I know you want to save the day, but don't forget to look after yourself. No one else out here's going to.
Thanks for the advice. Oh, Ellie, I didn't know you cared, that's for sure. Oh,
Hey, don't get any ideas. I'm just making sure you last long enough to pay me at the end of this. Anything
wait,
else?
I'm gonna pay you? What? What do you think about Zora and Sandra coming to
Things
terms?
on Monarch have really cooled off. I didn't think MSI and the Iconoclast would ever talk. Outside of shouting four-letter words, I mean.
This goes to show you there's always a peaceful option. It's not too late for them to go back. Peaceful option.
Sure. And fish sticks are really made from Saltuna. Look, I won't knock the work you did. I'm sure they'll have a good cry, look through old photographs, share a pint of premium double chocolate cacao gelato. But sooner or later, things will go back to the way they were. People don't change. Not really.
That was a very specific image. Gotta try looking for the good in people. It sounds like you're reading yes. Gotta look for the good.
In my experience, it's spread real thin. Anyway, I'd hate to see you get broken up if this thing between them doesn't last.
Nice to know you care.
Hey, let's not make this out to be more than it is. Though, come to think of it, this whole episode reminds me of something I've been meaning to do.
What's that?
I haven't actually talked to my folks in a while. Shocking, right? Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit. Given the dangerous life I lead, they've got to be worried sick.
Funny, you don't strike me as the type who keeps in touch, of course. Just let me know how I can help. That depends. Where are they? Of course.
Whoa, let's calm down. I'm not asking for a favor or anything. I'm just suggesting we stop by when we're in the neighborhood. See, I'm originally from Byzantium, born and raised. I know that probably comes as a big surprise.
And you just want to catch up with them? Really? I never would have guessed. Actually, I can see it. Now you want to catch up with them.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't see why you can't go see them when it's convenient. I'm proud of you, Ellie. Of course, you should reconnect with your parents. Absolutely not. Proud of you.
Reconnect is a strong word. And, I was thinking you'd come too.
What? Okay, we'll go.
Great. And when we get there, draw out your rough edges a bit. If you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe one with some blood stains, wear that one.
What?
Oh, and help yourself to the good snacks and put your feet on the coffee table. Mother hates that.
It's almost like you want me on my worst behavior.
That's the idea. Anything else?
Let's talk about the Gorgon job.
If there's one thing you could say about Lucky Montoya, he was always at the center of a story. Guess this is fitting.
You knew Lucky Montoya?
Sure. Like Ada said, he was a big name among freelancers. I met him at Lost Hope once. He was buying rounds for everyone and telling a story about one of his jobs. Pretty sure half of it was made up.
Why do you say that? But the drinks are still free? Why do you say that?
You ever get the feeling someone's just trying too hard?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna ignore that bit of subtext, Captain. There was just something about Montoya I couldn't quite trust. He was always the center of a room, and he slapped a lot of backs to stay there.
Sounds like a nice guy. You think it was all talk? So?
I'm trying to say that if he screwed this job up, that's on him. I still like our odds. He may have had a rep, but you're more capable than he ever was.
Well, Ellie, that's nice of you to say. Only because I got a great crew at my side. Yeah.
Yeah, well, just remember that when we get paid. What's on your mind?
Any idea what happened to Lucky?
From his arm? The decay makes it hard to tell. Could be a lot of things. Torn off by something with big teeth, torn off by something with big claws, torn off by someone with a moderately sharp blade. Or maybe he just got too close to heavy machinery.
Okay.
Sure. Something on your mind?
What can you tell me about Byzantium?
It's like one of those stuffy art gallery pieces. Looks okay from far off, but once you get close, you realize it's just some mismatched shit everyone's agreed to overpay for. Even the bribes are overpriced.
Why did you leave? Need the lay of the land. Must have been interesting growing up there. Yeah. Why did you leave?
The real question is, why didn't I leave sooner? There's all these invisible rules, and everyone spends all their energy just trying not to break them.
It's called society. That's exhausting. What do you mean?
I was a top-tier surgeon, but I could hardly open a pack of gauze without 10 people signing off first.
So you had to deal with red tape. That would drive me crazy. Something tells me that was best for everyone involved. Yeah, that would drive me crazy.
Now you see why I left. People call Byzantium the jewel of Halcyon, but really, it's just paste. Everything's polished and bureaucracy. Take a close look and you'll see it's deader than anywhere else in the colony.
Need the lay of the land.
Don't trust anyone, don't touch anything, and whatever you do, don't show your teeth when you smile.
Is that one of those established dominance things?
What, like primals? Nah. People are extremely competitive about cosmetic dentistry. It can get ugly.
Must have been interesting.
Interesting like a colonoscopy. I trained as a surgeon. More my folks' idea than mine, but I made the best of it.
Sounds like there's a but to the story. I have a hard time picturing anyone pushing you around. Spare me, your parents nudge you into a lucrative job where you could help people. Sounds like there's a but to the story.
Lots of them, unfortunately. I even sculpted a few. Turns out Byzantines are more concerned with having square shoulders and a good profile than, well, anything else.
Okay, enough
That's what
about
I've
him.
been saying.
If we're gonna work together, I'd like to know
I'm a
more.
surgeon by training and a pirate by inclination. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook.
What's a zero-G cocktail?
It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually zero-G brew with some Spectrum vodka if you're lucky, purple berry shake if you're not.
Inventive, I like it. So you never know what you're getting.
Exactly. That's what makes them fun.
Inventive, I like it.
I'll make you one sometime. If you don't enjoy it, I'll make a few more until you do.
You have much experience contracting out with other captains.
Sure do. Some of it was even legal.
What's that supposed to mean? You weren't joking about being a pirate?
What gave it away? It's the hair, right? Or maybe the ammo belt? I had it custom made.
Okay, wait, you want to look like a pirate?
Gotta advertise your business somehow. I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell you your business. Your ship, your way.
That sounds reasonable. I keep things above board. I hope that won't be a problem. As long as you know I've never been much of a rule follower. Sounds reasonable.
Glad to hear it. It's worked for me this long.
Back to
No
business.
complaints here.
Let's go. Already looked at that. What is this? I can't get out here. Wonder if there was a way to save these people. Okay, I guess they're not gonna kill us. That wasn't the way out. Back to the ship.
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
I got a minute to talk. What's this? Learn more about the
What
colony.
part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Phineas Lab.
Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be challenging to land on. His more so than most.
What do you know about Phineas?
There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I engage the laser weapons system?
No, do not do that.
A sensible choice, as we do not have any laser weapons.
Huh. Good one. Why'd you say the landing might be rough?
The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct them.
Okay, goodbye.
May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it.
Okay. Groundbreaker. Let's go turn it
Destination
in.
reached. The Groundbreaker.
Oh wait, we can fast travel. Oh, actually, wait. I think the quest is closer to this this door. Also, what did I just do? I just bought something. Okay. Whatever. I just want to sell my junk.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste.
Oh, right. It was closer to the fast travel. Never mind.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
You'll also find some automatic salvage awaiting our new owners, or awaiting new owners. Base had scientists and suspicious tags, some might still be alive. Yeah, let's tell them about that.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
UDL gunship buzzed the station, but I convinced them to back off.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
This about your cloak and dagger wardings. I'm listening.
After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
Bad news, the truth about the human table, and you had my interest, now you have my attention. I gotta say that.
Glad to know it, Captain. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
Hiding expensive research from pirates. I'm guessing you have an idea?
Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
I can do that. I guess that depends. So that better be good. I could do that.
Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
I knew it. Aliens from other worlds been visiting Halcyon.
At least one of your crew can keep an open mind. But this isn't some Aetherwave serial millstone. This is reality.
I mean, aren't raptidons and stuff aliens? Aliens.
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Well, at least she doesn't expect us to believe it.
Damn, she's serious. Tragic, ain't it? What age does to your mental faculties?
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
Mm-hmm. A few. This is completely insane. Skip to the part where I get paid. A few.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
When you say aliens, what are we talking about here? Enough, tell me what needs to be done. I really don't know what to make of this. When you say aliens, what are we talking?
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
I haven't seen any evidence. I John Sublight to do crimes. Little green bastards must pay. I haven't seen. Little green bastards must pay.
Terrific. That go-getter initiative will carry you far in Sublight.
How do you know I'm not an alien spy on a mission to silence you? I really don't know what to make of this. How do you know I'm not an alien?
Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it. Only your cells would know.
What's funny? Cross your eyes. We're coming to get you, Lilia. Enough, tell me what needs to be done. Well, that's comforting.
Probably nothing to worry about, as long as you don't start growing tentacles or slowing down time.
Enough, tell me what needs to be
Dr.
done.
Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species, and I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Murder isn't covered under my contractor agreement. Why does Chartrand need to die?
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team.
When did Sublight get so principled? Your concern for the fate of our species is admirable.
You've got me all wrong. I just want to add savior of humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
Ah, now it all makes sense. Sounds messy. Murder isn't covered under my contractor employment. Where does Chartrand fit into your conspiracy theory? Science, the labs I passed through didn't seem that evil.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
Where does Chartrand fit?
We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks, how much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain. An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep.
Murder isn't covered.
Just think of it as salvaging hope from the smoking wreckage of humanity. This is your initiation into a future with Sublight. Want a steady position in our ranks? Buy one with a bullet.
What do I get for joining up?
Well, there's your usual fee. What else do you want? A promotion? It's yours. Even better. I'll owe you one.
Sounds messy, I'll take it.
This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
Da da da. Okay. Okay. So, she's crazy, right? Yeah. Alright, let's get to the ship, see where this quest is. We'll try to get to it. Oh, right. We gotta go to this thing. Have we been here? Terra 2. Oh, I guess we have.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Byzantium. Hmm. Sure, let's just take these two. Oh. Oh, this is a different mission. Okay, whatever.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone.
What a coincidence. Me too. Oh, I gotta say that.
Oh. You mean I'm supposed to be meeting you?
Why do you sound so surprised?
Nothing, it's just... I thought you'd be taller. Anyway, let's not get hung up on that. The Phoenix is a wanted man and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium.
The Phoenix?
Yeah, that's my codename for... you know, our mutual friend.
Hello, Yinger Proof. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Let's get this over with. You have information for me? What's your code name? We have a mutual friend now. Nice. What's your code name?
Oh. I'm Golden Eagle.
Do I have a code name?
Yeah. I named you Cuckoo.
Okay. Seriously? Enough of this. No way I'm Golden Eagle. You can be Cuckoo.
That doesn't even make... Fine. Fine.
Does this mean I'm supposed to have one too? Fine, but make it a really good one.
Let's go with... Rufus Hummingbird.
Forget it. Codenames are for amateurs anyway.
Too late. I've already marked it off. Can't just go reassigning codenames.
Can we pick our own codenames? I want to be Rolling Thunder. Wait, no, I got it. Dropkick Millstone. Yeah.
I was really trying to stick with the bird theme. How about Bullfinch?
Wow, that is so much better. Bullfinch Millstone.
Okay, but adding your last name kind of misses the point. Anyway, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded.
Oh, you made some dinner, and your entertainment? Excellent. I'm doing good. Yeah, it's been a long day. I did some cleaning, some vacuuming and dishwashing, and now I'm gaming. Although I need to get dinner too, and it's getting late too. But I don't want to go get dinner, and I don't want to cook dinner, so I don't know. There's got to be a way to catch the minister someplace less protected. Can't you get into the minister's estate? Can you get me into the minister? How exactly did you get involved in all this anyways?
I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them, so colorful and distinct. The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators.
When they die off, it's a sign that something's wrong. You like how bright it is still? Yeah, it's bright here too, and it's almost 7. Science.
Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see.
Like what?
For starters, You rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time.
Trust me, anyone with a lick of sense gets out of here as soon as possible.
But most people don't. In fact, most people stay exactly where they start. Doesn't that seem strange to you?
It does.
And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course.
Sounds like my old job. I had all these bang-up ideas, you know? Like making everybody haul their own damn boxes. Never did catch on, though.
That's what I mean. Everyone needs a suggestion box so they can voice their thoughts. So what if nothing changes?
Seems pretty normal, actually.
Sure, that part is. That's why they install shredders in those boxes, after all. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got.
And
At first, management put up an out-of-order sign. But that just seemed to worry people. Like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you?
if you ask me, the suggestion box was pretty useless. No, that's how the thing's on Halcyon, in case you didn't notice. Yes.
The whole episode made me wonder. If they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really.
What's this? I don't know. The Automod didn't like kissed for some reason. I don't think that's against terms. Last time you were playing with Valhalla, Randvi was doing everything she could to hook up with you, and kept shooting her down. She even kissed you, and then I had to say, sorry, I see you as a friend. Wow. But then you can't have a romance with her. There's got to be a way to catch the minister somewhere. Can you get me into the minister's estate? Less protected.
Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him.
Can't you get me into the minister's estate?
Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence.
Okay, so what can you tell me? I don't know, you seem pretty good with birds and whatever E stands for. I gotta say this.
Birds are kind of my specialty. Codenames, too. But I can give you some information. Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
That place is still open? I used to study there during medical school.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking.
Thanks for the tip.
Just remember, you didn't hear it from me.
That's okay, you don't want to romance her. How I was a homewrecker with her. Hey, that's just part of the story, I guess. You know. Looks like I've got work to do.
Good hunting, Golden Eagle.
Yeah, I'm Golden Eagle. Skill points. Let's see. I feel like we need a lot of lockpick and persuade. Let's get this up to 90. Let's get persuade up to 90. How many we got? 4 points? Let's do lie. Nice round numbers. Perks. Oh, thanks for the congratulations. Critical hit. Science damage. Headshot kills explode. Any downed companions are revived with a small amount of health. You know what? Let's do this, because I seem to killed my companions a lot. Okay. Retirees street access. This looks like a Nerf gun. Yeah, with the orange. It does kind of look like a Nerf gun. But I assure you, it's pretty lethal. Damn, it's a long elevator ride.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Nothing wrong with stability. It means everything's running like clockwork.
Don't you ever want a little fun? Maybe see a marauder ship get blown to bits overhead?
What a thing to say. Everyone knows marauders can't fly.
I feel like their voices should have been the opposite. She looks like a snobby person.
Got my sights on you.
Okay. Here we go.
Hey, you. Yeah, you.
Anti-Creon's antibiotic.
Want to be famous?
Big comfort in knowing that anything
Famous? Sure.
Kid, you got presence. Natural magnetism. Know what I mean?
I like where this is going.
Tell you what. You're gonna like it a whole lot more once we start talking bits. Listen, you got an agent? Some kind of representation?
What? No. I consider myself freelance. Does working for a mad scientist count? What? No.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'm gonna take good care of you. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I see you in pictures, kid.
Really? Truly, honestly, I'm for real? Just tell me what you're offering. That's disgusting. I never agreed to that. Tell me what you're offering.
I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But we still need a star. And I think you got the chops.
Not so fast. First, we gotta talk about royalties.
Let's just see where this audition goes, huh? So what do you say? You ready for the chance of a lifetime?
I'm in.
Terrific. We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the elevator. You're going all the way to the top, baby.
Like the top floor or... Like, okay. Bye.
Anti-Creon's facial mask skin cream leaves you feeling fresh and tingling. Do not operate
Camera.
for 2 hours after application.
Out to brunch. Minister's guard.
According to local legend, if you walk around the orrery 3 times, your corporate rival will die of a paper cut.
Just imagine busting up all these windows, looting all these stores.
Okay, Felix, calm down.
The dissidents actually took over the refinery. I can't believe it! And then the chairman shot their space shuttle down with the Hammersmith grenade launcher. Incredible.
Are you two talking about the new Dissident Hunter adaptation? Don't spoil it. I'm behind.
You need to watch more Aetherwave. You never know what's going on.
Okay, that's what you imagine happens to me in Toronto. Yeah. Okay, so Master's Guard is House of Inebriation discovered. Billingsley. Hello, guard.
Hey, stand back. You. I'm part of Minister Clark's personal detail, and that means you gotta keep 5 feet back at all times.
How's Oddity been? He's been alright. He's been working a bit. I think he was working yesterday. But he's doing okay. Are you supposed to drink on the job? I didn't know I was talking to such a big shot. Calm down. I was looking for. Are you supposed to drink on the job?
Of course not. But I'm not on the job right now. The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting hired and all.
What's so important about guarding Clark? Anything you can tell me about Clark?
Oh, he's, medium height with, like, medium colored hair and, like, a kind of a medium face. Just like in his posters.
Medium, gotcha. You haven't met him, have you?
Everyone tells me he's very private, okay? Besides, I just started.
What's so important?
He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony. Yeah. That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shotgun. They don't give those out to just anyone.
A key, you say?
That's right. Not just anyone is allowed to have a key to Minister Clark's residence. It's all so very high level.
How about I buy you a drink to celebrate?
That's a great idea. I'll have a Spectrum vodka.
Offer him a Spectrum vodka. Here's your promotion.
Here's to me. Hey, you were really great. Have I told you that? We should be friends. Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should probably slow down before I'm face down on the tile somewhere. Who am I kidding? I could have another. You got another?
Yes, sure.
It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow, you got like this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that? You're like a Manosaur. You got a Manosaur energy. Oh, Laws. I gotta stop. I'm seeing at least 2 of you.
When they say colony, do they mean basically a city or a whole planet? I'll probably assume a whole planet, because this game seems like you're colonizing different planets. Offer him another drink.
I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop.
Nonsense. You've got another in you. Doctor's orders.
Guess I can't argue with that. Yeah. Was that one supposed to taste like Purple Berry Crunch? Or am I just tasting breakfast? I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Oh no, how unfortunate. Did he just die?
No
Guys,
problem.
stand over there. Tactical shotgun. That looks like a garbage shotgun. Take the key, take the cartridge, take the cells. How much damage? 629. I think ours is better. Well, sorry, Guard Mayfield. You suck. How did this door open?
On my way.
Yeah, it looks like he died. It didn't say he passed out or anything. That was weird. Maybe he died of alcohol poisoning. Moab fizzy tea, sure. What's this guy doing?
You have a rather exotic presence. A new Auntie Cleo's facial mask, perhaps? Or experimental pheromones?
I'll keep it down.
Got a dangerous looking dog.
What's gone into Bachmeyer?
Now that he's posted at the HHC, he's too good for us to run grunts.
Maybe we lose some of it here in the sewers. That'll take
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history. After a deep and thorough examination of our budgets, revenue streams, and predictive models, we are publishing our yearly success report. Profits are soaring, promotions abound. Thanks to your continued hard work, Halcyon is healthier and more productive than ever. In the coming months, Byzantium will be sure to see the many rewards reaped from your diligent labor. Once we nail down the details, I can't wait to share what's in store. For now, my friends, keep up the hard work.
Okay. Yeah, that's a weird looking pet. Be sure I'm drinking enough water. Oh, yeah, I should actually bring a glass, but I've got a can of, what is this? Root beer. That's, hydrating. That's good stuff.
Byzantium estates, built on the backs of the working class. Hey, that was good. Gotta write that down.
Fine.
And what would you have me do?
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him?
For the last time, access to Byzantium is impossible without a proper nav key. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to be somewhere else.
Better not snitch. I'll get you with my hammer. Haha! See that? Yeah. You guys enjoying your cigarette?
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics.
Oh, it's funny because your friends from other parts of the world all hate root beer, but Americans generally love it. Yeah, Canadians too, you know. Well, I don't know. Root beer, I didn't like it. The first time I had it, I was like, what the heck is this stuff? But every other time I tried it, it just eventually kind of grows on you. It's one of those drinks. Because every time I was like, hey, root beer, maybe I'll try it again. And it just grows on you slowly. Maybe you just get addicted to it. I don't know. I'm here for Clark.
That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS.
Was the minister expecting a delivery?
Minister Clark's a private man, and you're asking too many questions.
Farewell. La 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 la. That's a nice scythe you got there. No. Can't steal stuff. Okay, so there's a package somewhere. I seem to have a key. Hey, it's that guy. No, that's not him. Let's go see if we can get us this package. Ouch.
You wretched contraption! Does nothing in this city work anymore?
Seems to... Oh, wait. Can't sell any junk. Oh, maybe I don't have any junk. Hey. Boulder pistol. Scrap that, take that, take that. Immunosol. Harmful stuff, effects. That's good. You grew up with it, but you don't really drink soda anymore? Yeah. Well, I don't drink it that often. It's just every now and then I just crave something flavorful. So I usually buy a 12-pack and leave it in my fridge. And every now and then I'll grab one. Maintenance tunnels, interesting. Yeah, that 12-pack would probably last me a couple of months. I don't usually drink it that often.
How'd you do that so fast?
I don't know, I just held E. Do not open that door. Gonna steal all this stuff. Interesting. Not much else up here.
It's all on the wrist.
Plasma launcher. Nope. Hunting rifle. Garbage. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. Take that. What? What's in your wrist? Where's that guy?
Heading back.
Am I supposed to be here? Oh, I can retrieve his parcel in there. Hehe. Is this like the back door or something?
Okay.
Ah, there's this package.
I'm coming.
You drink soda 2 to 3 times a year? That is very little. Used to drink a lot more. Yeah, when I was younger, I used to have a can of soda for lunch every day at work, and then yeah, I kind of cut it out because that's a lot of sugar.
So you're really running around with us now, huh?
Sure am. I'm a part of the crew now. Got my own bunk and everything.
You know, Felix, now that you're a real pirate, I should induct you into the Pirates' Code of Silence.
Ooh, the Code of Silence. What's that?
It means you agree not to talk for a very long time.
You started that conversation. The hell, Ellie?
Leading off of him. Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him?
What did I tell you? I told you to be quiet.
How splendid. Another rung leech wandering through the streets of Byzantium. Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely as the gardens are, what they really need is more greasy vagrants frolicking through them. And here you are, frolicking.
That's a rude way to greet someone. Frolicking, guys, do I frolic? Gracefully, I might add. The grease is part of my rugged bad boy charm. What a coincidence. Just now I thought I'd really like to sock this lady in the face. Grease is part of my rugged bad boy charm.
Well, you should bottle it and sell it to Auntie Cleo's. I'm sure it would make an excellent repellent. Honestly, what is the board thinking letting so many of your ilk into the city proper? It's madness.
You switch to diet soda with no sugar? Or sugar subs? Yeah. Well, I figure if I'm gonna drink soda, I might as well just have the actual soda. If I wanna cut out the sugar, I just don't drink it that day. But, yeah, you know. I just don't like the taste of the diet stuff. It's just got that, the artificial sugar, what do they call it? Yeah. Why is she so mean? I have no idea. She's one of those rich people who think people are beneath her, I guess. If the board isn't supposed to let people in the city, how'd you get here?
I earned my place here, just like everyone else. My grandfather was the CIO at Tile, you see.
What's a CIO?
Chief Idea Officer. He came up with all the best ideas for their products. You know the font they use for Stogie Slims? That was him. Well, he described the idea of it to their font development team, then picked it from a list of choices, but that's basically the same thing. It was a very long list.
Okay, what other ideas did he come up with?
Let's see. He picked the colors they included in rainbow chips. No one else wanted purple, but he insisted. Everyone loves the purple ones. And you know how the Cosmic Smokes logo has an eye in the middle of a heptagon? He said that one came to him in a dream. He was a true visionary, so far ahead of his time.
Uh-huh. What did you do to earn your place here?
I just told you. My grandfather made millions of bits as CIO, and I earned them from him.
Mm-hmm. Inheriting bits isn't the same as earning them.
Of course it is. Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to you, it's earned. My grandfather taught me that. If you have wealth, you're successful, and if you're successful, you must have earned it. Honestly, it's a simple concept.
I see. Whoops.
Chief Idea Officer.
I pressed the wrong thing.
It was...
I see, thanks.
You're welcome. Now, do we have any further business, or are you just here for the repartee?
What's wrong with more people coming to Byzantium?
What's wrong? It erodes the very pillars of our society. Merit, decorum, personal hygiene. This city is meant for us, the system's finest. We earned its luxuries. But now we are overrun with the unworthy and the ungrateful, and this early retirement nonsense is making it even worse.
That's a terrible attitude. You shouldn't look down on people like that.
Oh, do spare me your petty judgment. It's beneath me. Millions and millions of bits beneath me. By simply winning a lottery, those early retirees get an exclusive district of Byzantium to themselves. No one else is even allowed to go there. Tell me, how is that fair?
Random lottery seems pretty fair to me. You're right, it's not. Life's not fair. Yeah.
Well, it should be if you pay enough. It's not right. I deserve to see any district I please. Why, if it weren't guarded, I'd... You know, you look like you've been shot at before. What say I hire you to investigate this travesty, and you get paid to do so?
She ain't wrong, boss. We do got a knack for getting shot at.
Yes. Listen to your... What is that person's job exactly? Are they your secretary? Personal masseuse? Or do you just keep them around as a mobile armrest? Well, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you think this is a fabulous arrangement, and you'd be thrilled to lend me your services. aren't you?
Think about it. Sure, I'll look into it. Why would I ever help you with something so selfish? Yeah, let's say that.
Did you miss the part where I said I'd pay you? That's all the reason someone like you should require.
I do like money. Doing it for the money just make me selfish too. Well, it's not. Give me something better. Yeah, she's rich. She can give me something better.
Better than money? Let's see, there's... No. The thrill of discovery. Like in an Aetherwave adventure. People love those, right? Don't you want to see what the retirement district is like?
I do like money.
Fantastic. Consider yourself employed, vagrant. I hear the chosen retirees all enter the retirement district via the port landing pad, but it's completely locked down. You'd never get in that way. Unless, of course, you had a wealthy, beautiful benefactor of impeccable social pedigree. Which you do. How fortunate for you. These codes will get you past the lockdown. Oh, and don't worry about subtlety. I don't care how you deal with security, just correct this injustice at all costs.
How'd you get access to these codes?
The same way anyone gets anything here, of course. I made friends with the right people. Bits might earn you a place in Byzantium, but that means everyone here has little need for more of them. For favors like this, you need to spend... let's call it social capital.
I should go. Yeah. Smack her with the hammer. Hey, corporate sentinel guy. I got a
There's
package.
nothing to see here. Move along.
Delivery for the minister.
Let's see it.
Got this parcel right here.
Looks like your papers are in order. All right. Go on through.
Thanks for your time, stranger. Minister. It's a nice piano. Pretty stupid guard.
How did you get in here?
Package?
You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
Surprised
I don't know
he...
if I trust this so-called minister fella, if that is his real name.
It's not, Felix.
So, this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh? Small room for a big shot.
If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more.
Cut the crap, I'm here for dimethyl sulfoxide. What are you talking about? Why would I want something like that? Why would I want something like that?
Slowly and loudly, Aloysius, that's the only way these morons understand anything. I said, you may tell Charles to go fuck himself.
Who is Charles and why are we yelling?
Chairman Rock! Oh, terribly sorry. I thought you were part of Rockwell's PR team. But if you're not, that means you're a dissident? A real live dissident?
Finally! High time we got the recognition we deserve.
Felix.
So affable. Why, you're nothing like the crazed hooligans the board loves to caricature. But what are you doing here? And how did you get in?
Wait, you think I'm a dissident?
My friend, the slightest demonstration of independent thought or action renders one a dissident in the board's rather expansive definition of the term. Which is why I'm dying to know what brought you here.
Looking for... Or don't play dumb, you ordered a batch of chemicals, I need them.
Drugs, of course. What else? Why did I get my hopes up? Back to idiot speak. I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
I ain't buying it, boss. I said we check him for drugs.
Will that be all, then?
I have records proving you've been hoarding sulfoxide. They're not drugs or chemicals, anyhow. No, I didn't come all this way to play games. Clark, isn't it's your name on the receipts? Let's ask him about this sulfoxide.
Oh dear, I don't think I can say this any more slowly. Unless... Of course. It's Rockwell again. Who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way.
You better start making... You mean Chairman Rockwell's locked you up in here?
You are a quick study, indeed. I've long suspected Rockwell of transacting business in my name, but this proves it.
So the chairman's a crook who can't be trusted? Who knew?
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it.
I'll have to deal with him. Why would he go through all this trouble?
How should I know? I've been under house arrest for years. But there is a way to find out, and perhaps to set things right. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
If by look for details he means knock things about and take what we like, count me in.
That's certainly one way of doing things. Far be it from me to dictate your methods.
We really gonna do this? Getting involved is a messy business, and it rarely pays.
This is about more than bits. This is about the survival of the colony. If you don't help, who will? Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter.
Did I get to the DLC? No, I didn't go back to it yet, but we might be able to do it. Yeah, maybe after we finish quest line, we can try it again. Solve that murder mystery. Yeah. Just tell me how to get there. HHC headquarters. You seem a little too excited.
Are you not? We're talking about busting into the chairman's office here.
We're discussing industrial espionage, legal redress, the possible salvation of Halcyon. Is this not exhilarating? Also, this is the longest conversation I've had with someone else in quite some time.
Maybe you should stop being such a prick. Let's focus. How do I get to the headquarters? At any rate, I'm glad to have someone else on my side. Yeah.
I dearly hope I'm not imagining this. Now, we've got to get into the HHC. That's in the Acropolis district, along with the other major corporate and government facilities. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons.
Once a few guards don't scare me, tunnels sound good. Obvious reasons?
They're rather dirty. There are also rumors of sprat infestations, faulty auto mechanicals, and other unsavory hazards, if that sort of thing bothers you.
Once I get into Acropolis District, what then?
When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are.
What used to be your office?
Oh, I haven't been allowed up there in years. I shudder to think what Rockwell's done with the place. A gilded minibar, perhaps? A personal theater. The man has too much money and too little sense.
How did you manage to hang on to your access card?
The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look.
Okay. Do I want to know?
I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer than a few pages around here. There are a few advantages to dealing with imbeciles.
Are we done here? Because I got things to do. Well, thanks for your help.
Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here.
What's on the cartridge?
What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
You're awful trusting for a guy who's been locked in his own house for years.
The Earth Directorate is our best hope. Even Rockwell's resources are no match. And it is hardly in their interest to let Halcyon crash.
How long will that take?
Depending on the nature of their response, months at least, perhaps years. Organizing and sending personnel all the way out here is no mean feat.
Well, it's something, but if it works, it'll be worth it.
Perhaps there is hope after all. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one in the Acropolis District.
Everyone keeps telling me not to trust people. Even better tomorrow. Hey, that's him. And I'm guessing that's Chairman Rockwell. What is this book? Just junk? No, it's not. Broaden your horizons with a little light reading. Okay. What can I just cruise room? Oh, I could just put it in the unreliable. Gunship's weapon system. I guess I never gave that to anyone. Well, I guess I'm done stealing. Let's get out of here. Surprised I don't have trust issues after playing Valhalla. Yeah. That game was also kinda... How am I supposed to get down? Yeah. Ah! I guess there was a less damaging way down. Minister Clark's. Let's go down this way. Wait, am I gonna drown? Oh, no. Huh. Someone just kept a chest in the sewers. There's another one. That's shitty armor. Okay, I need to go over there.
Hey, Ellie, you wanna know what I think? I think they ought to make a serial about our crew. Only, we'd have all these secret messages in every episode, see?
What happened to the Code of Silence, Felix?
Hey, why do you always do that thing with your eyes whenever I talk to you? You on the alert, maybe? Looking out for hidden enemies?
Let's just say you remind me of someone.
I bet they were real pretty.
Okay. People just leave stuff laying around. Hello, drone. Get out of my way. Hey, wait. You gonna let me
The
in?
Acropolis district is off limits. Move along.
Mind if I take a breather? I'm pretty tired after hauling all these bits. Yeah. It's supposed to be a sewer way. Okay.
This reminds me of... Oh, never mind.
It's Dr. Chartrand again. Well, okay. Ew, sister pigs.
There's my parents' place. Smell that? Industrial grade cleaning solvent and desperation.
Oh, so it's not me this time. Whew.
Okay, if that's your parents' place, what's the quest? Let's see. Oh, that's the other quest. Find and kill her. I guess she didn't give me a quest to meet her parents. This is your parents' house. Let's go in. Hello?
Marilyn, is that you?
Loss! We certainly didn't expect to see you like this. And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble.
Spit on the floor. Pleasure to meet you. Hello. Let's do this another time. Spit on the floor. Fancy place. I'll probably be taking a few things with me. I gotta say this.
There you go again, Captain. Always menacing polite society. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right?
You made your point coming at this over with. Indeed, we've saved towns and restored property across Halcyon. Theft, vandalism, profanity, you name it. We've done it at least twice. What Ellie said.
Come on. Try to get into it a little more.
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
Listen quietly. Don't treat her like that. She's come a long way to see you. This is getting awkward. We'll leave when we're good and ready.
You tell him. We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch Where are outside shoes all over your nice floors?
Perception. Hold up, these floors aren't nice. They're top quality marble. Why? I don't have enough perception, I guess. What is it? Keep going.
Just a second. You had the floors redone with real Terran marble? Since when can you afford that?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead.
It's not for lack of people trying, believe me.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
Why do I get the feeling you people are about to apologize for something?
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what?
Sure, you're much happier knowing she's alive and well.
Of course. And we shall always harbor that joyful secret deep within our hearts.
And you'll report it to the insurance company, right?
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
Let's go, Ellie. So tell them Ellie's back. You'll be the talk of the town.
That's the other problem.
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we?
I'll have you know Ellie's a professional miscreant.
Someone could hear you.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks.
Ellie, are you done with these jerks?
Not until I get some answers. Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to, leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind.
People should be ashamed. If you really knew your daughter, you know quiet is not in her vocabulary.
She hasn't changed a bit, I see.
That's it? You just want us to disappear now?
Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
I don't know about you, Ellie, but I'm ready to cause a scene. Yeah.
Let's just get out of here, Captain. Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time.
You want me to smack him with the hammer? Haha. Well, that was a quick, yeah.
Can you believe those two?
No.
We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage.
They shouldn't have gotten so upset. How did you think that would go? How did you think that would go?
I thought they'd be scandalized. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed.
And then what?
I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either the leather's fake but the scars are real, or oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug?
How about it's payback time and I'm collecting with interest?
Yeah, I'm gonna use that one day. Now, getting back to my story. father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back and make a big scene. Then Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob.
You're really hurt, aren't you?
I'm not hurt. I'm outraged. Affronted, even. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know. And I've got a reputation to maintain.
Work through it on your own time. Yeah, trust me, this was for the best. I'm sorry, it's a rough situation. That sounds familiar.
I hope you don't think I'm talking about this because I want to be introspective.
I think there's a lesson here. Happened as in the past. This episode reflects on them, not you.
But I want to talk about me now.
You can learn something from this. Everyone's only out for themselves. You gotta surround yourself with people who really look out for you. Bad things happen. You can really learn something for this.
Can't I just have a drink and punch some poor defenseless pillow instead? Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad, and I want to do something about it. Something like... Wait a second. What if I could get that money?
Keep talking, I don't follow. The money wouldn't make you feel better about what happened. It's not really your money any more than it's theirs. Keep talking.
I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off.
Hello, Oddity. Good evening, sir. How are you? So how do we do this? Quite the role reversal. There better be a kind of quite the role reversal.
As long as I don't develop a taste for Wool Gonzola and bad legal dramas, that's fine by me. My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves.
Need to ask you a few things.
Something on your mind?
Never mind. Okay. Fish sticks. Okay, let's continue on. There was a tunnel system
You
somewhere.
ever watch Agent Khan? He's got this ship, right? The Invincible? And we got a ship, right? So I got to thinking, who would win in a race? The Invincible or the Unreliable?
Probably the
Felix,
Invincible.
you watch too many movies.
Hey, you sound just like Nyoka. Adventure serials are my education. Where else am I supposed to learn how to kick a jackass in the chest? That's what being a pirate's all about, right?
Hate to tell you, but a lot of the job is waiting for a gig, then waiting to get paid.
Okay.
I'll sue every technician and employee who's ever touched this damned device. Don't they know who I am?
Hello, Giles Molina. Very good. What did I have for dinner, Oddity? I haven't had dinner. I thought you were gonna get me some dinner. I've been waiting here.
Oh, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Nothing. Nothing. Why? Does it look like I'm up to something? Laws, I knew it! You got me. I'm caught, aren't I?
What are you so worried about? You're in big trouble now. Why don't you tell me what you did?
I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then.
Calm down and tell me what happened.
They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there, They're among all the common sewer sprats and exterminator mechanicals.
I could look for your sprats.
Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer sprats. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, they're white rather than green. Please, do take care, and do mime the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, I still want their bodies. For science, of course.
Junk food is demands of the gamer lifestyle. Yeah. So on their bodies for science, what are the maintenance tunnels beneath Byzantium 4? Why are there exterminators in the tunnel? What are the maintenance tunnels for?
Well, to maintain things, of course. Like big, humming machine things with gears. And pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. All sorts of pipes. That's why they connect the city from the Acropolis district to here.
Why haven't you gone in the tunnels yourself?
Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases. And the exterminator mechanicals have been known to fire on larger targets. Why they'd do that when they're only supposed to attack sprats, I've no idea. But there are rumors.
Rumors like what? Rumors like oddity. Just making up stuff.
Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Assassins. A room full of murderous automechanicals. Monsters hungry for human flesh. A hidden bureaucratic purgatory where things and people are lost forever. Not that I place any stock in silly rumors, of course.
Why are there exterminators in the tunnels?
To deal with the sewer sprats, of course. They're quite the nuisance.
Wondering... Wait, what did he say?
To deal with the sewer sprats, of
Okay. Wondering why you're so attached to these sprats?
Therefore my, research.
Out with it already?
Oh, very well. It's true. I do run studies on them at the lab, but I also have a special connection with them. See, I'm an enormous fan of all my colonists. The early seasons, before the plotlines got tacky. You must have seen the classic episodes.
I don't like where this is going. Just tell me what it has to do with your sprats. Yeah, great stuff.
Positively marvelous. Those early years truly were the golden age of Halcyon. Well, I name all my sprats after my favorite characters. That way, their stories can live on in rodent form. So you see, it's imperative that I get them all back.
So your sprats, what are their names?
Not just names, they all have backstories too. There's Lord Reginald Kim III, Lady Philippa Farnsworth, Vonda von Vermington, Haroon Greenlee, Iskander Emmanuel Sanchez, and Evelyn Ensley Okoye.
Philip Farnsworth? Isn't that from Futurama? Without the PA? Who are Lord Reginald and Philippa?
Ah, she's the chief executive of Farnsworth Incorporated, and a fearless captain of industry. He's a mercurial shareholder. They're in a rather tumultuous marriage contract.
What's Vonda's story?
She's an ambitious shareholder in Farnsworth Incorporated who wants more than stock. Or does she? It's difficult to tell what exactly she's after, but she is trying to seduce both Lord Reginald and Lady Philippa.
I'm curious about Haroon and Iskander.
So is everyone. Haroon is a mysterious young man with amnesia. His backstory's still a work in progress. Iskander is Lady Philippa's trusty assistant. He's trying to seduce Vonda.
Who's Evelyn?
She's a member of Farnsworth Incorporated's regulatory board. A wise woman with a sharp tongue and a heart of gold.
Who am I kidding? I don't need to hear about this.
Something else?
Seemed a little surprised I'd help you.
I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence and only middling prospects. No one does favors for free. But I must say, I'm far too distressed to think critically about your suspiciously kind offer.
Well, farewell. Okay, I guess we can go down into the sewers and maybe see if we can find some sprats. Okay, maintenance tunnel discovered, workbench.
Nice and easy.
Where's... Let's find these rats. Lab sprat. One over here. Hey, come back here.
Now switch. Security.
Oh shit, these things are killing them. Where'd it go? I'll pick it up. I'm gonna have to stop these mechanicals. What are these guys doing? He jumped and kicked him. That was fun. Ouch. Okay. Get over here. Loot this stuff. Oddity. You don't drink much soda. I thought you drank gallons of it, just like me. Okay, I think that's probably the last one. Should get a Camelback and fill it with soda. I don't drink enough soda to justify that. Acropolis District. Oh, that's where we need to go.
There, Miss Fitz. in this town.
Got them all. Control helm, some armor, a gun. That's a pretty big Sprat. They had a lot of stuff on them. Yeah, kinda had to kill them. They were attacking us. Let's see, where's this guy? I could go back to him. Those guys didn't. What's this? High society cigarettes. Eee.
Hey, you got it open?
Leather helm with goggles. Next. Ooh, 63. I'm taking that. Okay, hold on. Let me put on that armor. 53, 63. What does it give me? Block? No, it's the same thing. What do you got on? Okay, yeah. What's that fish behind me? There's a fish? What are you talking about? This thing? It's not a fish. That's a Sprat. These are all Sprats. Ooh, identity cartridge. Neat. Oh, you're talking about Jaeger. Okay. Was beginning to wonder. Anyways, I think I'm gonna have to end it here today after I turn this quest in. I gotta get me some food. Getting really hungry. Haven't eaten anything since breakfast. Hey, dude.
Any luck finding my Sprats?
I have them all.
Truly? Why, this is marvelous! And all safe and sound. Oh, Reginald, Philippa, Vonda, Haroon, Iskander, Evelyn! I'm never letting you out of my sight again! Please, take this. It's not much, but it's the best I can offer for the safe return of my darlings. Now, I've got to get back to the lab before my supervisor logs my absence.
Okay. Well. Alright, anyways, next time we're gonna continue on through these maintenance tunnels. And, find out what's in the office. And thank you guys for stopping by. Hope you had a fun time. And let me do this pending. Yeah. Finn. You guys have a good night. Take care. Yep. Thank you for hanging out, Jinger. See you guys.